Well, if you asked Mike Lindell how well he's been sleeping this week, I'm sure he would have to tell you he's been sleeping great because he sleeps on a MyPillow. But his dreams have no doubt been shattered because he lost his election this week to become the next governor of Minnesota. He lost the Republican primary to Minnesota State House Speaker Lisa DeMuth, beating him 43 to 32%. So that's an 11-point gap there that he lost by a difference of 40,000 votes. So really not a close election, yet unsurprisingly, Lindell has decided to not concede the race. He is dismissing news organizations calling the race against him. He's flat out saying that there's something afoot here. He won't accept defeat, and he wants to call out these uncounted votes and anomalies. Here he is attacking the AP on election night shortly after they called the race against him.
What is the AP with the voters? What the AP, why would I listen to the AP? There's 265,000 votes left to count. I'm down by 18,000 now. We just gained 5,000. I'm not going to give up this race until the votes are counted. That's nonsense.
Until all the votes are counted?
Until the votes are counted where I can't win. I mean, why would I call it now? Should I say it again? Now there's 264,000 votes left to count out of the last 13,000.
So Lindell is not conceding right now. He says that in addition to the discrepancy between the polling and the election results, he also says there are a bunch of anomalies and there are these uncounted votes, even though if you did the math, you would find out that the uncounted votes aren't going to be able to project him to victory. Anomalies, by the way, are also not evidence of fraud, so we'll see what more he comes up with, but it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, especially because Minnesota uses paper ballots, and that's one of the things that people who are in support of transparent elections call for. Oftentimes, they have paper ballots over there, and yet he's still citing computer problems as a reason why there could have been fraud in this election. And if he really wants to continue doing the election denial stuff, he can do it, but it's just becoming less and less believable every time. The public already was not really into the Trump thing where he claimed the 2020 election was stolen. So when Mike Lindell says that the primary was stolen in Minnesota in this gubernatorial race, it just strains credulity because, I mean, why would the Republicans be involved in the rigging of the election this time when it was Democrats before? It just doesn't really seem to make a whole lot of sense, and I don't think it's going to be all that convincing to the American public. But I think this is the type of thing that is Mike Lindell at his core. Like, this is who he is. He is fundamentally an election denier at this point. Donald Trump led him down that direction, and he went all in. He was actually genuinely calling for the election to be overturned, and he really does have an issue with the voting systems and the machines and everything, and he really did put his money where his mouth was because he essentially lost a whole bunch of money and reputation, and his brand is a shell of what it used to be. So Mike Lindell has gone all in when it comes to the voter fraud thing. It's no doubt that in his own election, he would also decide to say that it was stolen if he lost, and now he's lost the election, and that's the path that he's decided to go down. It's not surprising whatsoever. So Mike Lindell not conceding defeat, at least not yet, and he didn't even lose by like a small margin. He lost by a pretty decent margin. So it's all pretty ridiculous to see, but what else can we expect from Mike Lindell?
Thanks for watching. Check out this other video. And if you like our content, make sure to subscribe so YouTube puts our videos in your feed, and subscribe to the podcast on Spotify and Apple.